Performers dedicate their lives to their craft, often putting everything on the line to entertain us. But sometimes, the stage becomes their final resting place. In this video, we're diving into the stories of performers who tragically died while doing what they loved most. John Ritter. John Ritter, the actor best known for his role in the classic sitcom Three's Company, died unexpectedly on September 11, 2003, from an aortic dissection, a rare and fatal tear in the main artery of the heart. Ritter had been performing on the set of his TV show 8 Simple Rules when he suddenly collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital, but doctors were unable to save him. Ritter's death shocked the television world, as he had been a beloved figure with a long career in both sitcoms and film. His legacy lives on through his work, and he is remembered for his remarkable ability to make people laugh. Redd Foxx. Redd Foxx, one of the pioneers of African-American comedy, collapsed on the set of his hit TV show Sanford & Son on October 11, 1991. Foxx, known for his raunchy humor and ability to blend comedy with social commentary, had a heart attack during a rehearsal. His famous catchphrase, "I'm coming, Elizabeth," was said as a joke before he collapsed, leading some onlookers to initially think it was part of the show. Tragically, it was not. Foxx's death marked a profound loss for the comedy world. His work laid the foundation for future comedians, and his influence continues to be felt today. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, an Australian actor known for his transformative performances, died on January 22, 2008, from an accidental drug overdose. His death occurred in his Manhattan apartment, just months before the release of The Dark Knight, in which he portrayed the iconic role of the Joker. Ledger's portrayal of the Joker earned him posthumous acclaim and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, cementing his place in Hollywood history. His tragic passing shocked the world, as he had been on the brink of even greater success. Ledger's death also sparked discussions about the pressures faced by actors in the entertainment industry. Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee, the son of legendary martial artist Bruce Lee, tragically died on March 31, 1993, while filming The Crow. During a scene in which his character was supposed to be shot, a prop gun malfunctioned and fired a real bullet, fatally wounding him. Lee was rushed to the hospital, but was pronounced dead after surgery. His death was a devastating moment for the film industry and his family, as he was on the verge of stardom. The Crow was completed with the help of special effects and a stunt double, and it became a cult classic. Brandon Lee's untimely death continues to be one of the most tragic stories in Hollywood. Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, one of the most influential stand-up comedians of all time, passed away on December 10, 2005, from a heart attack, just a few years after his health had started to decline. Known for his raw, unfiltered humor and groundbreaking commentary on race, class, and society, Pryor had a lasting impact on comedy. His sudden death marked the end of a career that redefined stand-up comedy and opened doors for future generations of comedians. Despite health issues including multiple sclerosis, Pryor remained active in the entertainment world until his death. His legacy continues to influence comedians today. Bob Saget. Bob Saget, an American comedian and actor best known for his role as Danny Tanner in the hit show Full House, died unexpectedly on January 9, 2022. He was found unresponsive in his hotel room in Orlando, Florida, after performing a stand-up comedy show the night before. Initial reports suggested a sudden cardiac event, but it was later revealed that Saget had suffered a head injury, likely from a fall. The news of his death shocked fans around the world, as Saget was not only a beloved TV personality, but also an accomplished comedian known for his adult humor. His death marked the end of an era, and his contributions to both television and stand-up comedy continue to be cherished. Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig, also known as Mr. Perfect, was a professional wrestler famous for his flawless technique and charisma. On February 10, 2003, Hennig collapsed while performing in a match at a WWE event in the Bahamas. It was later revealed that he had suffered a heart attack, which led to his sudden death. Hennig's passing at the age of 44 stunned the wrestling community, as he was regarded as one of the greatest technical wrestlers of his era. His legacy lives on, both in the hearts of fans and through the countless wrestlers he influenced during his career. Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper, a beloved British comedian and magician, collapsed on stage during a live performance on April 15, 1984, at Her Majesty's Theatre in London. The incident occurred during a televised variety show, and Cooper, who was known for his distinctive comedic style, had a heart attack mid-performance. The audience initially thought it was part of his act due to his slapstick nature, but it became clear that something was terribly wrong when he collapsed. Despite efforts to save him, he was declared dead shortly after. Cooper's sudden death was a tragic loss to the world of comedy, but his legacy as a pioneering performer endures. Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag Darrell, the guitarist for the iconic heavy metal band Pantera, tragically lost his life on December 8, 2004, while performing at a show in Columbus, Ohio. During the concert, an armed fan stormed the stage and shot Darrell multiple times, killing him instantly. The shooter, who had a history of mental instability, was later killed by police. Darrell's death sent shockwaves through the metal community, leaving fans and fellow musicians devastated. Known for his extraordinary guitar skills, Darrell's contributions to heavy metal, particularly through his work with Pantera, continue to inspire generations of musicians. Chris Farley, the beloved comedian and actor, died on December 18, 1997, after suffering a heart attack in his Chicago apartment. Though Farley was not on stage at the time of his death, his sudden passing left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Known for his energetic physical comedy, Farley's death at the age of 33 shocked his fans, as he was a rising star in Hollywood. His struggles with substance abuse and weight issues had been well documented, but his comedic legacy as a member of Saturday Night Live and his roles in films like Tommy Boy continue to influence comedians today. Mark Sandman. Mark Sandman, the lead singer and bassist of the alternative rock band Morphine, died suddenly on July 3, 1999, while performing at a concert in Italy. He collapsed on stage from a heart attack during the band's performance, and despite efforts to save him, he passed away. Sandman was known for his unique fusion of rock, jazz, and blues in his music, and his sudden death left a significant void in the alternative music scene. His band, Morphine, had earned a devoted following, and Sandman's untimely death at the age of 46 left fans mourning the loss of one of the genre's most distinctive voices. Jackie Wilson. Jackie Wilson, the legendary soul singer, was performing live on stage when he collapsed from a heart attack during a show in 1975. The heart attack left him in a coma for more than 9 years, during which time Wilson was never able to perform again. Known for his incredible vocal range and electrifying performances, Wilson's death marked the end of an era in soul and R&B music. His death on stage, just as he was beginning to wind down his performance, solidified his place as one of the greatest performers of his time. Les Harvey. Les Harvey, the guitarist of the Scottish rock band Stone the Crows, met his untimely death on May 3, 1972, while performing live on stage. During a concert in Swansea, Wales, Harvey was electrocuted when he touched an ungrounded microphone. Despite attempts to revive him, he passed away from the electric shock. Harvey's tragic death, while performing in front of a live audience, deeply affected the rock music community. He was remembered not only for his raw talent, but also for the band's potential, which was left unfulfilled due to his sudden passing. Rafael Orozco. Rafael Orozco, a renowned Colombian singer and member of the famous music group La Banda de los Hermanos Zuleta, was tragically shot dead on June 11, 1992, while at a concert. Orozco was shot by assassins in broad daylight, and his death shocked both his fans and the entire Latin music industry. Known for his captivating performances, Orozco was a beloved figure, and his death during the height of his career left a void in the musical world. His tragic end marked a turning point in the history of Latin American music, and he remains an icon to this day. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison, the charismatic frontman of The Doors, was found dead in his Paris apartment on July 3, 1971, under mysterious circumstances. While there were no live performances involved in his death, Morrison had become a controversial figure known for his erratic behavior and passionate performances on stage. His death, reportedly from heart failure, was ruled as one of the many tragic mysteries of rock and roll history. His influence on music and pop culture remains undeniable, and his untimely passing at the age of 27 placed him among the many members of the 27 Club, a group of musicians who died at the same young age. Laurence Olivier. Laurence Olivier, one of the greatest actors in British theatre and film, passed away on July 11, 1989. Although Olivier's death did not occur on stage, he had been struggling with health issues in the final years of his life, particularly after his battle with cancer. The loss of Olivier, whose performances in Shakespearean plays and classic films like Wuthering Heights and Hamlet had made him a household name, was felt across the entertainment industry. His death marked the end of an era for British theatre, and his contributions continue to be remembered today. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly, a pioneering rock and roll singer and songwriter, tragically died in a plane crash on February 3, 1959, along with fellow musicians Richie Valens and J.P. "The Big Bopper" Richardson. The plane, which was traveling between concerts in Iowa, crashed shortly after takeoff, killing all three musicians. Known for his groundbreaking musical style and hits like Peggy Sue and That'll Be the Day, Holly's death became one of rock history's most devastating moments. It was immortalized in the song American Pie by Don McLean, which refers to the crash as the day the music died. John Wayne. John Wayne, one of the most iconic American actors known for his roles in Western films, passed away on June 11, 1979, after a long battle with cancer. While his death did not occur during a live performance, Wayne's battle with the disease and his decision to continue working in Hollywood despite his failing health were widely publicized. His death marked the end of an era in Hollywood, as Wayne had been the epitome of rugged masculinity and American toughness on screen. The public mourning of his passing and his lasting legacy in film culture cemented his place as a cultural icon. Joe Orton. Joe Orton, a renowned British playwright, met a tragic and violent end in August 1967, though not on stage, but rather in his own home. Orton was bludgeoned to death by his lover, Kenneth Halliwell, who then took his own life. The murder-suicide shocked the theater world, as Orton was at the height of his career with critically acclaimed works like Loot and What the Butler Saw. While not a death during a performance, Orton's sudden demise remains a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the tragedies that can occur behind the scenes of even the brightest creative successes. Steve Irwin. The world was shocked when Steve Irwin, the beloved crocodile hunter, tragically died while filming a documentary. While swimming with a stingray in the Great Barrier Reef, Irwin was struck by a barb in the chest. The injury caused severe bleeding, and despite efforts to save him, Irwin passed away shortly thereafter. His death was not only devastating to his family, but also to the millions of fans who admired his passion for wildlife conservation. Irwin's death occurred on camera, creating an indelible, heart-wrenching image of his final moments. Carl Wallenda. Tightrope walker. Carl Wallenda, patriarch of the famous Flying Wallenda circus troupe, tragically fell to his death while performing in Puerto Rico. At 73 years old, Wallenda was walking between two hotel towers when strong winds caused him to lose his balance. Despite his years of experience and numerous high-wire feats, the fall proved fatal. His death marked a tragic end to a career that had spanned decades and seen Wallenda perform countless death-defying stunts. His fall was witnessed by the audience and remains one of the most famous accidents in circus history. Barbara Weldens. French singer Barbara Weldens died tragically while performing in a concert in the south of France. During the show, she was electrocuted by faulty equipment. Weldens, who was barefoot, came into contact with a microphone that was improperly grounded, and the electric shock caused her to collapse and lose consciousness. Despite efforts to revive her, she passed away shortly after. She was only 35 years old and had been building a promising career in French music. Her death brought attention to the safety risks in live performances and raised awareness about the importance of proper technical setup. Pedro Henrique. Brazilian guitarist Pedro Henrique collapsed during a live performance at a music festival. The audience was in shock as he suddenly fell to the ground in the middle of the set. Despite the quick arrival of emergency services, Henrique, who had been in excellent health, was pronounced dead from a heart attack. He was just 28 years old. Henrique was well known for his work in the Brazilian rock and metal scene, and his sudden death left fans and colleagues reeling. His loss was felt deeply across the music community. And that's a wrap on today's list of performers and actors who tragically passed away on stage or while working. If you enjoyed learning about these unforgettable moments in history, Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more stories, and thank you for watching.